Now, bar chords are a group of chord shapes that involve laying a finger across most or all of the strings to bar them. Now, we've used small bars before across a couple of strings, but it gets much more challenging when dealing with lots of strings. So, getting the right technique here is all about your hand position. You need to be using the low thumb position, so it's sitting part way down the back of the neck and your hand has sunk down a little way. Now, your hand won't need to be down too far, otherwise it'll be uncomfortable, just with your thumb part way down the back of the neck. Your thumb should also be opposite your middle finger, so make sure it's not too far over towards the headstock like this. It needs to be opposite your middle finger. Now, lay your index finger flat across all the strings, say on fret 5 here. Now, it should be straight from knuckle through to the tip and running right along the whole fret there, so it's not angled out like that. It should be running right along the whole fret. Now, for most people, it'll be a little bit rolled out towards the outside edge, towards this edge of your finger. But if you try to rotate it the other way, it'll feel uncomfortable. So don't try to rotate it too far. Just let it sit naturally, which will normally be slightly on the outside edge, and then try to press down from there. Now, if you're in the right hand position, you should be able to spread your other fingers out comfortably. But if not, check your thumb and your index finger. Make sure that everything's in the right spot. It'll be hard at first to try to get all the notes down, but if you're in the right spot, then it should be possible. Now, from there, it'll be a matter of learning where to put your other fingers and then tweaking the chord to get it right. Now, it can be pretty hard on your hands, so make sure you don't practice for too long at a time. And notice also that if you're fretting with other fingers, then the bar isn't important on those strings. So, if I'm playing this chord shape here, I happen to be fretting on the A and the D and the G strings. That means that the bar isn't important on those strings. I only really need to bar the other strings very carefully. So I need to press firmly on those strings only to try to get the chord to sound right. Now, sometimes you won't need to bar the top string, the big E, and that'll be slightly easier to play as you're only covering 5 strings, but even on those chord shapes, you should still at least touch the big E string with your fingertip to stop it from ringing out. If you don't do that, then when you play the chord, you'll get this excess ringing here that you don't want. So overshoot slightly so you can touch that big E string, even on those 5-string bars. Okay, so remember that bar chords are all about hand position. Low thumb, opposite your middle finger, and the index finger straight, from knuckle to tip, running right along the fret. And once you get that hand position right, the rest of the chord should be doable from there. Alright, let's go play.